do get on, I truly believe we're on something here.
I can't be the product. Rupert's got to be the product.
Hopefully I get a call from James Watt. You alright, mate? How you doing? Sorry, mate. Do you mind calling back? I'm just out with Rupert.
2 of the last 21 leads have actually connected their account.
I think it's exciting to try and get in on the ground with something like this. We could be like one of the first agencies to start using it.
I think we start them all from scratch, personally.
I'm working on it now. I'm just a little bit worried. To put like something like this into an app, what's the damage on something like that?
From my perspective, this is exactly what we need.
I tore the new one. That was not pleasant.
If you're new here, this is the road to 1,000 users where me and James are trying to get our new platform Rupert, a 24/7 social media assistant to help you manage your comment section, to 1,000 users by the end of 2025. This series is going to document the highs, lows and realities of building a tech startup after James sold his previous 2 companies to focus solely on Rupert.
It is Monday the 31st of October. No, it's not. March. Apparently, today we find out if we've been selected for that. If we get it, it'd be amazing. If we don't, we don't. It's just something nice to have. If we do get on, I just truly believe we're on something here. Feedback we get in, and there's some really good positive things happening, and you'll know, I'm assuming, in the next couple of clips if we find out today or not.
A lot of the tasks today are really just following up on a lot of the leads that we got through last week. Our leads are coming in about £25 a lead. The issue here is that 2 of the last 21 leads have actually connected their account. If they don't connect their account, they're not going to see the value, which means that we're not going to be able to get them into a paid subscription. So that's where we are. So I'm going to call a lot of these now. So here we go.
Can't take your call right now.
Do you want me to give you a call later on in the week?
Yeah, towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday would be perfect.
Busy Monday morning.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for...
I've got to be really conscious of my own time. I know I'm following up with these guys and girls who have abandoned sign-ups or they've created an account but not connected. But for us to grow Rupert, I can't be the product. Rupert's got to be the product. A lot of the automation still needs to be running in the background to make sure that it's not me that's selling them the idea of them going to connect their account. Whether it be a salesperson, a customer service person, they need to be the one later down the line who are doing this type of work. It can't be me. For me to grow this business, but I'll get a lot of automation in place and I should be working on large opportunities, things like these partnerships where they're going to bring loads of different clientele and hit the numbers we need to, not just one-on-one.
That's what I quite like for the quarantine stuff and what was initially drawing me to you. When I initially went onto there, I didn't realise that trial plan was a 7-day trial plan. I thought it was just like a freebie, very low-end, basic intro. I didn't realise it was actually a trial plan. For me and my customers, £49 a month was a bit too steep, especially something that's new. Around about £35 a month sort of type thing would have been more ideal.
Interesting that one though. They've sent it on to him, which is great. Someone's gone, oh, that's interesting. And again, it's really valid questions. What if we don't get comments? Well, you can't really use Rupert. Yeah, really good.
Welcome to the Tesco mobile voicemail service.
Another voicemail. Michael did a video for me last week for the Hustle Big Break competition and I want to review it with Michael on the phone. They need to be changed. It just needs a better image.
5 carefully crafted AI styles.
It's class, Michael. I was trying to find some negativity over the weekend. It's very good.
That's the goal.
Nailed it. And then I'm still waiting to see if we hear about the unicorn today.
I went on their website and it says on March 31st we'll announce on our socials the shortlist.
Well, it might be 31st of March 2026. They've been very quiet on their socials, so I don't know, Michael.
We'll wait and see.
Okay, right, I'll see you later.
We've just come for a little walk with Roops. We're still waiting to hear if the House of Unicorns are going to release their shortlist. Who knows? Not really even think about it until now. Hopefully I get a call from James Watt. You alright, mate? How you doing? Sorry, mate. Do you mind calling back? I'm just out with Roops.
When Rupert's introduced to the brand via a sort of junior member of staff, let's say social media exec, what we're finding is they're not actually going on and being a paid member, but actually if the brand owner or a more senior contact introduces Rupert, so far it's 100% conversion rate.
Absolutely, and that's what we'd always aim for. We always say it's better to have a brand that's at the lower end and have their co-founder or their head of e-commerce than have John Lewis there but have one of their interns who has zero decision-making skills. It's got to be people who can turn the dial on. Let me send you over the details. If I hear of anyone having that particular problem or mentioning it, I will do my very best to make sure you get as many intros as you can. I think it's a really good idea. It's a solution. No doubt it's a problem for lots of people, so I'll see what I can do.
Speak soon. Cheers, Rose. Take care.
Bye.
So in a really quick whistle-stop tour, that's Rupert.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. My questions are all more like logistics and setup and cost and how that works.
It's really easy in terms of onboarding. Some have got 5 accounts, some have got 20. You just let me know if you want 5, we'll add in 5. If you want another one, I can just, in the back end, just add you another one, and it runs as simple as that, really. You can give access to clients if you want them to. Alternatively, it can be a tool that you just use for internal. From my perspective, as long as the clients are seeing value, and obviously you as an agency are using it and seeing the value as well, I'm happy, really.
So say Kat's got a team of 3 or 4, can they all access that same dashboard?
You can have 100, Claire.
Yeah, right.
Million.
Yeah. I don't want a million, James. I'm struggling as it is. There's too many of them. And the uniqueness about it is this is all about the comments. I think people are scared of the comments, that's why. Yeah. People are scared of the comment section.
But it's where brands can really make a difference.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at Aldi, Ryanair, these guys do such a good job with it. Huel, to be fair, respond to every single comment across every single platform. That makes a massive difference. And some of the smaller brands, it's a resource problem. They just don't have the resources to do it.
I think it's exciting to try and get in on the ground with something like this as well, because you're obviously like on a massive curve of growth. You know, it's quite exciting, you know, if we could be like one of the first agencies to start using it across our clients and be part of the feedback.
That'd be amazing.
Well done. Yeah, it's really good concept, and there's definitely value in it for our clients. So let's try and like get it up and running.
I'll set you up this afternoon. I'll set you up an account. If you need any help, just email me and I can just jump on with you.
Nice one.
See you later, guys. Take care. Sprint 1 is basically all the ones with the U or the 1 on, yeah?
Yeah.
The only one that we may have to push back, Rob, is TikTok. I'm just a little bit concerned. I've still not spoken to my guy yet. So I know you've got it penciled in your side, but are we able to, if we need to move it slightly, can we?
Yeah, I think we can, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll let you know about that one. That's the one, obviously, I'm working on it now. I'm just a little bit worried.
Why are you worried about it?
Because that sentence specifically says you can't sentiment score data from the platform. Ollie's get me a contact to speak to someone. I just want a little bit more context to it, because there's other platforms that are pulling in their data, like Brandwatch.
And do they score it?
Well, yeah, they're doing analysis on it.
I guess it depends what their definition of sentiment scoring is.
I'm sure I'll get it done by them, but I just want a little bit more detail opposed to just one sentence. The reason why I was calling you yesterday, Rob, was around Rupert's mobile version. So basically, over the last week, I've had 22 leads come into the platform. I've only had 2 of those connect their account. They're not doing it, and I don't know why.
I just find it strange. I don't think it's not that difficult. You've got a 7-day free trial already, right? Why wouldn't you just press a couple of buttons?
I know I'm with you on this, but people aren't. From a mobile version, this is where we might be falling down. Yeah, when I was looking at the results, obviously I'm looking at them every day. I'm just looking at these and going, no one's connecting their accounts.
It's not really forcing you down the route of connecting your account, is it?
No. I had 2 calls last week with 2 influencer platforms. They both asked the question, which is a lot of these types of influencers don't even have a laptop. They actually don't own one, let alone use one. The UX of the actual comment side is a little bit trickier to use on mobile. Sam at So Squared was like, look, I'll put it out and I'll do whatever you want me to do because I think this is brilliant. He said, just an FYI, if you want to go after these influencers, unless you change the UX of mobile, there'll never be a huge adoption ever. To put like something like this into an app, what's the damage on something like that? We're talking thousands, aren't we?
Honestly, I don't think it'd be less than like 20 grand.
You know, the position I'm in, I'm nowhere near being able to do that today. But I'm happy because we're getting people actually going, oh, this is a really cool thing. I'm going to create an account. That's the hardest bit with any of this. What we just now need to get these guys is actually signed in and connected. If they don't connect, they'll never see the value and pay.
Hi mate, I've had another idea about the connecting the account stuff. We actually incorporate the connecting of the account within the registration flow. It might make them force their hand to do it.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually to maybe force that connection during the onboarding process. My question is, firstly, how much is it going to cost? How will it look? How will it be deployed? And maybe this is something we pick up when we meet on Thursday in Nottingham. Cheers as always, buddy.
I'm here in the office. James has gone out for a meeting. I'm joined by a special guest today who I will now reveal to you. Who are you? Why are you here? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing in my town? Guy Littlejohn. I own a fractional sales director consultancy. I've known James for about 3 years. Probably over the past 6, 7, 8 months, we've got to know each other a little bit better. I was asking him all about Rupert, seeing the content that you guys are doing, how's it going, who's the target audience, who's he focusing on, all those types of things. Prior to having the consultancy, I scaled 2 SaaS platforms via direct-to-brand partnerships or relationships and then agency partnerships. But one key question I asked him was, have you got people paying for it? And he said, yeah. And I said, what's the immediate reaction when you speak to people? He said, they love it. And I said, okay, so how are you taking people from I love it to paying for it? And he's telling me about 20 different ways. Some people he's meeting, some people he's demoing, some are coming in, signing up themselves, but they're giving comments and feedback. I really love it. He's got agencies, brands, influencers all using it. There was no sort of pattern and no like set process that the business can rely on. And without that, you can't scale a tech company. So I said to him, should we do some work together? We'll be doing a few months, and the plan is to get the sales process laid out and then followed so that we can, in the future, look to scale or replicate that process with anybody. And we made a really good start today. So we saw the current process of what James thought it was. We fixed it, we tweaked it, and we spent 4 or 5 hours today. We've got a new process of which we are going to run with some agencies over the next probably about 6 weeks. Then we'll review and go again. Getting things laid down on a really simple Google Sheet. We do this, the agency will action this, then once they do that, we will action this, and just having some real simple steps. It doesn't need to overcomplicate it. It needs to be really simple at the moment. And you imagine if we were to hire a salesperson in 3 months' time, just giving them that sheet and just and having them see really simply, you follow that step, then you do that one, then you do that one.
Yeah, because it's normally sort of just been like him getting leads from wherever he can get them, so it's a bit like he can't really scale that because he's only got so much time in the day, so it's a bit like making it more structured.
Well, of course, and I sent him a few introductions, and then I asked those introductions how they got on. They all loved it, but they're all at different stages, and they're all exactly the same type of business, so they should all be at the same stage, really. But we'll get it, we'll nail it, and it's a great product. James is likeable, which really helps. There's some personalised touches that we're going to put onto it. We're going to really empower agencies to get it into their clients' hands, and we've also giving them options now. So this morning there wasn't really options that James was giving agencies, and now we've immediately got them going down 2 different paths depending on the service that they currently provide their clients. So we don't want them to change their model for Rupert. We want to fit into their existing model. So we're just doing a lot more for them without actually putting a load more work on us, creating the right assets with yourself, the right video showcasing, giving them some real deep demos of the platform so that there's no ambiguity into what they're doing and how they can get the most out of the platform.
Finish up with Guy, legend. It's exciting to what's going to be happening there. Now I'm just on my way to an investor meeting with Aaron. Early investors in people like Gusto, so really cool brands. We might be a little bit too early for them, but they've been trying to get the meeting in the diary for a while, so excited to show them what we've been doing, excited to show them Rupert, and more importantly, will they be up for an actual conversation? Let's see how it goes.
I mean, I really like the idea of it, and I think that it's exactly the sort of thing that we need given the pain point that we're experiencing. We don't have that many ads out there and we're not getting that many comments.
Your LTV on it is very high, so what you don't want is that one person going, is this a scam in that buying cycle? In terms of pricing, which will probably sway this, which is if you get under 100 comments, it's £49 a month, and if you're getting between 100 and 500 comments a month, it's £89 a month, so it's very palatable. This is not a 10 grand a month at the moment. Anyway, Ollie, I'm going to just caveat that. I'm going to caveat that at the moment.
I think it makes complete sense. I'll discuss it with Callum, but from my perspective, this is exactly what we need.
I genuinely think this is quite a good idea for you guys all.
Yeah, me too. Pain point 3 days ago, solved today. Great, thanks guys.
Nice to meet you, Ollie, and I'll send that over shortly.
Cheers, James.
Another client, just keep banging the drum. That's all we want. It's Wednesday evening, I'm walking home. Today was very, very good. Investor meeting with BGF. We're not right just yet, we're a bit too small, but he was really impressed with what we've done today. In fact, we've got paying customers, churn rate is 0 still. It's brilliant. He wants to keep in contact when we're a little bit bigger. He also gave me some firms that he thought would be really good for us, people like Mercy Capital. Finish off with Guy, which was cool. Had a call with Wi-Fi, which you'd have seen. And yeah, it's all go. On the Tools are about to come and become a paid client after their free trial. Now they get a lot of comments, so they're going to be more more than the £89 a month, which is great. So yeah, really, really good day. The leads are still coming at £25, but unfortunately the bottleneck is still there, which is a pain, but it is what it is. Tomorrow I'm with the boys from Pragmatic in Nottingham, going through the next sprint of work. Long day. We are getting closer to 1,000 users that I need really, really quickly. New Street. I'm on my way to Nottingham to see Rob and Tom from Pragmatic to run through our second sprint of work. Anyway. Just before the lads arrive, I've just had an email to say that our first client paying $395 a month is signed up and secured and good to go. Get in there. Oh, boys. Hey, sorry about that. I don't worry. So I just left Rob and Tom, and yeah, really good day, really worthwhile. Just me and face to face actually going through and understanding their terminology and what I'm trying to achieve and like what the platform can do where it is today, and yeah, it's just so much better meeting face to face. So yeah, very good. Now it's time to get this next sprint of work finished, so hopefully we'll be done very shortly. It's Friday. Today is the day I pitched to E100. So I'm doing a dry run with the guys on Zoom. I think there's about 5 of them on there. 10-minute presentation of just a 9-slide deck, and then it's a 45-minute to 50-minute sort of questions about Rupert, what we're doing, me, my background, the business, and all the rest of it. So if it goes well, then we'll pitch to them face to face with 6 other founders on the 1st of May, which is cool. 3 o'clock, and you'll see that there is my pitch to E100 Investment Club. A little bit nervous on this actually, so hopefully, touch wood, it goes really well and they like it. I don't know who's going to be on the call at all. Hopefully they want to come on board. It's really funny because I'm like business top up, but bottom down I've just got shorts on, so I'm like proper tech founder. 5 minutes before, just prep myself. I'm ending my Friday on a negative. Hey, let's do this call with this investment guys. Got torn a new one. They just basically brutalised my deck. Basically it's not good enough. I was like, oh shit, sorry. I was really honest, I said, look, I'm new to all this, so just sorry. But they gave some nice feedback, so I've sent them over some details, and they wanted me to change the deck today, but unfortunately Katie, who does my design stuff, isn't around, so she couldn't do it. But I've sent an email with all the points they've raised, and I might still get to pitch on the 1st of May, but probably unlikely based on that feedback, if I'm honest. Yeah, quite disappointing because we've not had many negatives in the last couple of weeks, but yeah, that was not pleasant, but it was really fair. The feedback was really, really fair, and yeah, it just needs to take it on board really for the next time. So really frustrating actually. Bad way to end a Friday really, that, if I'm honest. But I've got to go home now and sort my stuff out for tomorrow to go on another race, and as per usual, I don't really know where it is or how long it is, and I'm not really prepped for it at all, as per usual. Probably asking yourself, James, why are you doing a video while you're doing a race? Wow, annoyingly, I've just popped my calf and it really hurts. Basically, I've done something to it that isn't going to heal in a week, basically. I was 3rd in this race until it popped, and then 4th and 5th have just come by, and I'm here. Shit. So there you go, Michael. You wanted a video while I was running. Got a video, it's fucking shit.
Despite all that, James still managed to finish the race and still managed to finish 5th, so what a trooper.